Question everything. So, I've been hearing through the grapevine and other little medias and so on about blocking the sun. Blocking the sun. Have you been hearing that conversation out there? That they want to block the sun because it's too hot? You ask me, it was a mild summer compared to some of the summers I grew up with when I was a little tiny wee lad. These type of summers right here ain't nothing. I thought it was actually mild. I like when it's hot. I enjoy the heat. It makes me feel like, I can come outside and enjoy every single day because it's hot. Sit outside at the park and just do nothing because it's hot. Watch and listen to nature, just do what nature do because it's hot. But the ecosystem been under attack for quite some time. I remember I was listening to one of the colonizers one time when I'm talking about butterflies and how they was when I was young, and I can go to the field in spring and there'd be butterflies and stuff all over the place and stuff. And then now it ain't no butterflies. And she was like, oh, son, if you want butterflies, all you got to do is just go to Home Depot and get the flowers that they eat. And my brain was like frozen because she was serious, the colonizer. But I was like kind of confused because I was like, when did Home Depot become the ecosystem? When did Home Depot become Mother Nature? How did that work? So now in order to see a butterfly in the natural field, I got to go to Home Depot to get the flowers and the plants to come plant them. That's where we at. That's what's happening. That all the plants and stuff for these insects and stuff that we supposed to have out here in nature is gone because of Home Depot got the plants. Man, but that's what she is putting me on to. I had to go buy what should be out already outside. But see, we don't get this. We don't understand. When you look up animals, insects, and fish and all the different things that's going extinct, that's the basis of the wealthy and the rich and how they maneuver when it comes to getting these resources out of the lands. That's all it is. Y'all won't acknowledge that, but that's the reality to it. If certain birds have certain trees that they live in and certain plants that they eat, and you come and bulldoze those and put up a strip mall, how long do you think the birds got before they become extinct? It's not rocket science. It's an ecosystem that was made accordingly that connects with all different other life that we disturbed when we start to rip up the grounds and rip up the trees and make a store, hotel, parking lot, all these dead body things when it comes to structures, removing what we call life here, because this is life, it's alive, and it does something. And when you just relentlessly destroy all these things in the form of deconstruction, deconstruction, because you got to say deconstruction, because when you cut down a tree that's already constructed by nature and by the creator and build something over it that is not living, that's deconstruction. That's not construction. That's the opposite of constructing. That's deconstructing, because you got to get rid of what's already constructed. But hey, what do I? And what do I know, right? Because at the end of the day, all things are connected. So when you start to wipe out whole areas of vegetation, don't that supposed to disturb other livelies and other life that's actually living and depend on that vegetation? I don't know if it's rocket science, but it would make some sense. So when you think about blocking out the sun, whoa, on a planet that's governed by water, soil, and sunlight, you're going to block the sun? How do that work? And don't water, soil, and sunlight causes things to grow and start anew each year? And if you disturb the sun, don't you disturb the growth of the planet and the ecosystem itself? wouldn't you think? Who would do such heinous things? And what do that mean for the human population on Earth? Or is that why they using the AI and making AI look like human beings? Because they're looking to replace human beings. And they're not going to need certain things that govern the body naturally of the human being anymore, so they can just get rid of it because they're getting rid of you. Hey, it's just a thought, right? Because at the end of the day, ain't the sun important? Or it's just too hot. It's too hot. I can't deal with the sun anymore. The sun is poo-poo. It's bad for all of us now. The sun is on the attack, so we got to attack the sun. You really believe that? Really? Come on. Don't you like pineapples? Oh, it's controlled now, so they can grow pineapples without the sunlight. They use artificial sunlight. Hey, I'm just wondering, because at the end of the day, the ecosystem is supposed to govern all of us. You figure synthetic medicines, the pharmaceuticals get their medicine from where? Natural, right? In order to make it synthetic and turn it into a suppressant instead of cure. Well, I don't know. I'm just asking. These are questions that we must wrap our head around when you start talking about taking away the sun. We already put the animals in zoos and control structures in order to manipulate them. We already got all the bees in controlled bee farms. We already got all the fish where we got deserts in the ocean. Go look it up. It's kind of crazy. And just continuously on. The birds is now, their new homes are on power lines, just about, give or take, if you come to some of these cities, because their natural environment is getting deconstructed. So, where are we going? Or where are we allowing the wealthy and the rich to take us as a whole? As we, I just want your autograph. Being star blinded over their wealth, over their resources that should be for everyone. Just a thought, But hey, we all only got one life to live. I guess it's only right that we allow the elite to live their best life as we struggle and toil down here as the small people at the jobs that they have created us to be stuck in 8 hours a day, 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours to live your life. Go figure. And hope that just possibly we could live our best life on half of 8 hours, give or take. Maybe a vacation if I can get one this year. Why they just living their lives, never got to work again. I got $20 trillion. I got $6 billion. I got $300 million. I can just laugh at you toiling and working as hard as you can to get little tiny Tommy into college and just hope that he can get a career and stack some resources for himself and his family. Yeah, well, sad to say, if they're going to attack the sun, we only can see and wonder what's going to happen with that, right? Well, I hope and we pray that they don't do nothing like that. But they're already doing it. You already know they've been doing it. You probably heard of chemtrails and so on. So even with our prayers, we actually got to get boots on ground to do something about the things that are going on. We got to stop pretending that these people got the world's citizens' interest in best, their best interest at their heart, because they really don't. And we need to work that out as the citizens of the world and understand that too much power, too much resources hoarded to 1% of the population is the problem with the world's population. And we need to change that. And hey, it is what it is until we come up with ideas. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. For that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.